Welcome to RTMs Academy of Replan City Life project. This is the first lesson of the RTMs Academy. Why tire recycling is important for the environment and the economy. I'm Ettore Musacchi, I'm Secretary General of ETRA. Here you have the list of the other lessons that will follow. And now we talk about tire recycling. We produce used tires. 4.2 million tons of used tires are produced every year in the EU, Norway, Switzerland, and UK. It's a huge amount of waste. Here, in this chart, you have the valorizations since 1994 to 2023. You see in green, material recycling, in blue, energy recovery, in yellow, retrading, in orange, reuse and export, and in red, the landfill. Material recycling is not growing any longer. Why? We export the waste. Every year from UK alone, 250,000 tons, that correspond to 50% of annual rising, about, are exported mainly to Asia or to the south of the world. And other EU countries are following the same pattern. With the export, we generate CO2. The equivalent of 9 grams of CO2 per metric ton shipped per kilometers are generated. It's a huge amount of CO2 that is due to the distance and to the quantity of waste that is exported. On the other side, we import natural rubber. We export waste in which there is the rubber we need, but we prefer to import virgin rubber. Natural rubber is a critical raw material. 90% of the world production is concentrated in Southeast. And to arrive to Europe, it has to go through 3 straits, Strait of Malacca, Bab el-Mandab, and Suez. And this poses also risk of continuity in the supply chain. Here you have an overview of the markets for recycled tire materials. The main destination for recycled tire materials is artificial turf and sport surfaces, that in this chart is in green color. In the other different colors, you have minor uses in other, let's say, finished products, markets, and whatever. The main destination is energy recovery. And you see that there is also a huge quantity of which we do not know exactly the destination. Asphalt, that could be an important market, correspond to almost zero recycled material use. Here you have a few examples. From tires recycling, we obtain rubber, but also textile fibers and steel fibers. They can be used in road construction, molding of rubber products for road safety, rails, artificial turf, building construction, buildings insulation, and so on. Let's say some few words more about asphalt. You see here that just 4,000 tons of recycled rubber is used in asphalt. This quantity is nothing compared to the 4.2 million tons of used tire produced every year. But on the other side, the potential capacity of a road market to absorb rubber is enormous. If just 25% of asphalt used rubber, about 530,000 tons of RTMs would be necessary. Same story for building insulation. Today, about 20,000 tons of recycled tire materials are used for building insulation, compared still to 4.2 million tons of used tires. Also, building insulation is a very huge market. So if just 10% of building insulation use rubber, about 430,000 tons of RTMs would be necessary, contributing really to expand material recycling. The last example is on steel fibers from concrete. Today, about 220,000 tons of steel fibers are actually separated from tires during recycling, but these materials go to the foundry. These materials are suitable to be used as they are in steel fiber, in concrete reinforcement, without the need of a further melting process. And they could be totally absorbed by the actual market of concrete reinforcement. Why this destination, this market are not growing, are not effective? Because there are obstacles. The main obstacle is insufficient awareness of public officers and experience of public technicians. Public tenders are not suitable or not up to date. Environmental criteria of green public procurement not yet implemented and applied by specific public administration. This is the reason why we are running Replan City Life project. Replan City Life project aims to raise awareness about circular economy opportunities for materials, products, and application obtained from tire recycling to adopt environmentally friendly behavior and practice in urban communities. Here you see the map of the countries in the EU where the project is being implemented and the list of partners. Which are the objectives of the project? As I said, raise awareness among technicians of public administration, stakeholders, policymakers, etc. Promote the circular economy principle for RTMs in the urban environment. Develop and promote green public procurement guidelines in collaboration with companies and public administration. And then expand the visibility of RTMs works through a web application. There are other opportunities. Join the Replan community and working groups to share knowledge, take part to events and meetings with company and stakeholders, training section, access to Replan tools, and the web platform. Here you have the web platform, very simple to use. I suggest to join, try. And a few conclusions. As we said, used tires are an important waste stream, 4.2 million tons every year. They can be recycled in a sound way in the EU. However, they are more and more exported to the south of the planet. In this way, the EU loses technological capacity and business opportunities, becoming more dependent from imported virgin material. On the other side, there is a high potential of using RTMs in public works that is not being exploited. The use of RTMs in public works may contribute to make them more sustainable, durable, and cost-effective. I hope that I said something that may interest you. I thank you for your attention. Here you have all the contact details if you want to stay in touch with the project and with myself. Thank you for your patience and attention.